El panticito de seguro y lo rellena. Y ahora me llama porque quiere que yo esté en su cama.
Hello, motherfucking welcome back to another motherfucking episode of Vibin With Yuriz. On today's episode, I wanted to do a little get ready with me while we chit chat about dating after an abusive and toxic relationship. Because I know for a fact, or I like to believe that like I'm not the only one that literally has been like struggling about, you know, really. I guess I'm not struggling. I guess I need to be better with my words, because what it really is I'm really motherfucking picky after that relationship. I'm like, about that one cheap, like, I'm thinking about it like maybe 4 times more. But if I sound sick, it's because I am motherfucking sick. And that's why we're drinking 𝔹𝕼𝕃𝕃𝕸. Shout out to Naomi for this cup. It's the cutest cup ever. Right now, so I'm hoping I don't have to clean my mocos throughout this. I'm like, I'm gonna sniff it. I'm just kidding, but I already primed my face, but I should say, I think let's start with, I became single in 2022. It was like September 2022, but so like almost 2 years ago and something, like casi 3 años ago. But cuando me dejé de esa relación, I think I was in a state where like I really thought like I'm gonna go out and see other guys and like let's see what's up. I'm trying to be outside and see what's up, but like let me just tell you guys, that shit was not it, because I definitely was like, no, like, you know, if you know, you know, la calle está bien seca. But anyways, oh my god, this thing doesn't want to turn on. But okay, I guess it's not wanting to turn on. I'll use my other mirror. But point is, anyway, sorry. When, oh my god, no se vaya a caer. So that didn't work out, obviously, because como les digo, la calle está bien seca. But so then I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna focus on me and do whatever, like, whatever me means, you know? And I literally feel like this is like the love, like, the wholest I've ever been. Like, I generally don't have space or time for like talking stages or nothing like that. Like, yo la neta, un hombre me dice una mamada y yo lo mando a la bestia. And it sounds so horrible, but like, I think that's why I'm so fucking picky. That, or like, a lo mejor no me quiero dejar amar. No sé qué es. No, I'm just kidding. I know what it is. So I eventually, like, you know, I started therapy because, like, if you know, in the first episode of this channel, I mentioned how, like, I genuinely couldn't find compassion for myself. Like, I genuinely was like, fuck, like, no me puedo sentir en la misma compasión. I can't see myself in, like, the same light and be gentle with myself. But, so when I started with my therapist, you know, she eventually helped me, like, work through, like, the feelings after my relationship and work with myself and really understand like where I was coming from and all that. So then I eventually started like, you know, seeing out, and like I eventually started seeing people, you know, and I was seeing some guys, but like they weren't for quite some time, but they were my cup of tea. You know, after a while, you know, I realized not in a bad way, because like todavía me hablo con ellos. Like, I think like in a sense we were all focused on different parts, like different things in our lives. We all wanted different things, and that's okay, because like honestly we're all entitled to our own, like, you know, what we want and what we desire. And what I wanted was like, because okay, look, I guess I should rewind, but these guys, like, as much as I want to say like, you know, they were my cup of tea and I wasn't their cup of tea, whatever, they genuinely, I think they did what they needed to do in my life. Like, they served their purpose, like, in a sense that, like, in a sense that one of them really was like all about solo traveling. If you know, like, I solo travel now, but shout out to him, because he genuinely, like, he gave me his like tips, and I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy, because like I met him at the time where like I honestly was struggling. Like, I was like, oh my god, I don't know where to start, like, should I even do it? And he gave me the confidence to do it. So then I was like thankful for him, you know. And then I was talking to this other guy, and he's my go-getter, kind of. Like, he was, I've always been the type of, like, I want everything to be perfect, or, like, I feel like it's not gonna come out right. And that's just the Virgo in me. If you know, you know. But he then told me one time, he was like, well, not everything's gonna be perfect the first time, because like it's your first time learning, you know, it's your first time knowing how to do something. And I mean, it's right. You know, he's so right about that, because like it really is. It's like my first time doing something, first time learning something, and the first time is gonna give you a little rough draft to what to do for the next time it ever comes around, you know. So then he gave me that insight, and I thought that was so, like, I needed that, so I appreciate him for that. And there's this other guy that I was seeing that, like, honestly, when I tell you guys, therapy and like EDMR, like therapy is very intense. Like, it really is intense, and especially like when you're going through and you're going back and reflecting, it's so much. And so like I genuinely, this third guy was like honestly like such a good support system that I had, that like I really needed it. And so I really appreciate him, and I appreciate every single guy that I've talked, because I feel like they all taught me something, you know. But I feel like I was seeing these guys and it was just like there's something missing. There's like, I don't know, and I kept telling my therapist, because I eventually stopped talking to all these guys, and I was telling my therapist about it, because I was like, you know, there's something off. Like, I don't know if there's something wrong with me, or like, you know, I always say that, but like, because I'm like, god damn, like I literally like was not finding any freaking interest, you know. And I was like, whoa, what's going on here, chief? And my therapist, and I recommend anyone and everyone to do this, because like honestly, this has helped me so much now in like my dating process and stuff. But like she made me do this list, because I was telling her, no, like I don't know, there's like I like, when I tell you guys I was like having like internal like battle within myself, I really was. But she made me do this list, and the list is like, so it's four columns, right? And the first one you're gonna do like, my partner must have, like these are your non-negotiables. Like, you want your partner to have this. Like, if he does not have this, like he out the fucking door, like he out, like next, you know. And then it's like, I want my partner to have, these are wants, but it's like I want him to have this, but if he doesn't have this, that's okay, you know. And that was the first two, right? And then it's like, we'll switch it over to my partner must not have, like these are my non-negotiables. Like, mine is like, he cannot be a liar. Like, if he a liar, he out, like he definitely out the scene, like next, you know. And then same with my wants. If like I wanted him, it's like, I do not want my partner to have this. Like, it's like, I don't like these things, but like if he has these, I don't want them, but like I wouldn't necessarily mind them, you know, type shit. Like, that's what they are. And then we go back and we start every single one, like my most important ones, and like things that I'm actually seeking and I actually really, really, really want in a partner. And those are, either you could circle them or start them, whatever works for you. And I kid you guys not, like that list, ever since making that list, like I think it's been so much easier for me to actually like, when I have a different view in dating now, because like when a guy approached me and then like I see someone that must not have qualities right away, I'm like, ooh, baby, this ain't gonna work out. I'm gonna see myself, because like I feel like antes, I don't think I had like a great sense of like dating, and I didn't have like a good like, oh, I want my partner to have this. I didn't have like certain values, and now it's like, excuse me, since I wanted that my next partner that I date, I want it to be my last partner. I want it to be the man I marry and have kids with. I know this is like a long shot, but like I honestly don't want to date just to date anymore. And that's just my personal preference. That doesn't have to work for you, and that's great, you know. But I literally, ¿cómo les diré? ¿En qué estábamos? Ya me perdí por andar aquí. No, but that works. Literally, I forgot what the fuck I was saying. Sorry, guys. Hold up. Don't talk to me right now. Don't talk to me. Yo soy la única hablando. Because I'm like, oh. But, boom, 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 boom. I forgot what I was saying, one, but two, I don't like to talk when I do my concealer, but because I smile, you see? But en lo que estaba diciendo, I was gonna use my travel one, but let me use my big one. I didn't know like dating, and I didn't know values in any of that, and like like I was saying that since I want to be the next guy I go out with, like, it's the one my end all be all. But I have really, and this is a shout out to my therapist, and maybe I'm just really lucky and blessed that I have a therapist, but she literally got me into thinking about values, and like I have certain values that like I literally like carry those with me. I'm like, oh heck no, you know, and that's like values in my friendships, family, relationships, and like relationships. And so those are really big for me. I'm sorry guys, I'm like cutting off me. So since I know I have those, I think it makes it so much easier to date for me right now. But like I was telling my therapist, so after we did all this, you know, I was like still, you know, knowing I had values, and there were some guys that like could have potential. After I was like, but I honestly was not feeling it. And I was like telling my therapist, I swear there's something wrong with me. Like I was like, I don't know why. Like I think these guys are great, but like I generally don't. I know like some of the guys, don't get me wrong, some of the guys, they're great. I say they're great because they're not for me, there doesn't mean there's someone else is great. But I was telling her how like I literally felt like there's something wrong with me, because I literally could not, and I don't think I want to date, not in a bad way. Like my doors are open to dating, yes, but like at the same time it's like not my main goal, because like I was like asking myself, and I was telling her how like I was just sitting there because I was like, why am I not so like, because I used to be like, yeah, I need a man, I need a relationship right now type shit, but like I'm not like that anymore. So I was like, there's something wrong with me, like los cables no están conectando, no sé qué, you know. But you know, I told her how like I sat down, because she makes me do these like homeworks and like these type of like meditations, and I told her that I did one, and I kind of just sat there and I was like, you know what, like I don't want to be in a rush to jump into a relationship, right? And I was telling her how like I had met this guy like long ago, before I met before I talked to these guys, and even then these guys couldn't match up to the guy I met, right? And I was like telling her, I was like, I don't understand what's going on. I was like, and I thought it was the guy, you know. I thought like I still really wanted to be with that guy, you know. No. Turns out like when we did the thing, when we did our little session, it turns out I just really enjoyed like how deep and intimate our like conversations were, how vulnerable he was willing to be, and how I was. So like that's when I realized I really value deep intimacy, and I think that's what I lacked in like these other guys. Like it wasn't this guy, it wasn't him, it was like I just really value deep intimacy. And it wasn't because like I couldn't stop thinking about him when I was with these guys. It was just like I guess honestly I haven't reached that deep intimacy since that guy, you know. And it doesn't mean I like this man. I don't like this man. I don't. I think I just really value what he brought, and he really taught me, you know. And let's just say when we did that, that's when I realized, wow, I'm a really like below this, like this is the surface, like I'm not there, I'm below the surface type of level bitch. Like I need our conversations to be down here. Like I'm trying to get to know you, you know, like I'm trying to get to know who you are. Like I want to know, excuse me, what makes you you, like, you know, what makes you so unique, because I think everyone is unique, and I think we should embrace those unique qualities, right? And so when I realized that, I was like, when she had me do that and I realized that, I was like, okay. And then I realized, even then, I was like, okay, if there's this guy that comes in and he has like, and he offers me that, I was like telling her, I don't think I would want that. And then I don't think I would want a relationship like, like un día pa'l otro, like, or like have a fling. I don't think I would. And then she was like asking me why. And I was like telling her how like, I gave a man 4 years of my life so willingly. Like, why can't I give myself 4 years back, you know? And I feel like the man that's for me and that really is, like, genuinely, like, willing to be there for me and be there with me, they're willing to wait, you know? I think that, like, my thing is, like, I was telling her, I think, and I truly believe, I want to build a friendship with the guy that I plan to be with, because, like, I feel like when you're in a friendship with anyone, like I feel like you get to know their quirkiness, you get to know who they really are and what makes them them, because like they're not hiding anything, they're not wanting to impress you, you know. And I feel like when you're trying to pursue someone, you're putting your best foot forward and like you're showing all the best qualities. You're not showing like your quirkiness because you're like, oh, I'm a shy, you know, and I could vouch, everyone does this, like there's nothing wrong with it, you know. And you would like to hope that people who actually, you know, showcase who they really are. And I don't want that. Like I want to know the quirkiness before I like get to dating, you know. And I was telling her about the 4 years, right? I was like, I would rather give myself 4 years back, like give myself 4 years, be single for 4 years, do whatever I want to do, because since I know this is gonna be my last time being single, like, yo le quiero dar a todo, like, yo quiero viajar, yo quiero salir con las amigas, yo quiero hacer aventuras yo sola, like, yo quiero conocerme realmente, y yo quiero tomar tiempo, like, I know that when I get in a relationship, I'm not gonna be able to hang out with my homies the same way I am, like, I'm not gonna be able to hang out with them, like, 2 or 3 in the morning, you know, we're not doing nothing, but, like, we're just going out, you know, and I know I want to do that, and I want to keep doing all that stuff, and I think that's why I want to do this all right now, because I know this is going to be my last time single. So, like, es como que le estoy dando una despedida a la vida soltera. But, like, not really, you know? Como que sí, como que no, you know? I don't think I'm going to be in a relationship anytime soon. Uno nunca sabe, bueno, no sabe el plan de Dios. But that's really, like, where I'm at right now. Like, shout out to my therapist, honestly, because, like, and I recommend anyone and everyone to do that list because, and that, know your values. Like, what are your core values when you think about, like, family, if you're planning to have a family, when you think about long run, like who has to play roles, what role, and all that stuff, you know. I think that's so important. I think that we don't really talk about that as much, at least like people that I knew in the past, we didn't really talk about that stuff, but like that's why I'm like so big on all that. But I think, I'm not saying that like if the door was to open, you know, and like someone comes in and they're like, you know, everything I want and like all X cosa, right? It's not like I would close the door, but I would kind of like be like, you know, I don't think I want to jump into a relationship. Like, if you're willing to like get to know each other and get to know each other as like in a friendship level, like great. Like, I'm so with that because like I think that's what I really desire, you know. But give me until September 2026, and then we could talk about like dating, because like that's cuando cumplo los 4 años de soltera. So like, give me some time, you know? Like, ahorita, like, yo quisiera que the person whoever, you know? Like, this is just talking, like, out to the universe type shit. Like, yo quiero que él está viviendo su vida de soltero, digo, a todo lo que da. Así que cuando él y yo estamos juntos, ni a él ni a mí nos da ganas de andar de solteros, andar haciendo cosas de solteros, because we did that when we were together, you know? But yeah, you guys, I think that's why I'm like, no voy a negar el amor, no voy a decir que, ay, muy mala, like, estoy negando el amor, no. Yo nada más sé que yo no estoy lista para darle un amor a alguien. You know, like, I genuinely want to pour to myself, and I want to give to myself, and I don't want to be in a relationship and be, like, so selfish with them, and be like, because I know in a relationship, you're not supposed to, I guess, yeah, selfish, but you're also supposed to be selfless, you know, and I want to get in a relationship when I actually feel ready. And I can honestly admit, I'm not ready for a relationship right now. I'm not ready. And I don't mind that I'm not ready. I think I'm enjoying this time of like being single. I'm enjoying the time that I get to do with myself, you know? And I know there's nothing wrong with that. And I think this is like my new norm. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but I just said this is my new norm, and I just got really emotional, but I think in a good sense, because like this just goes back to like unlearning, because like my therapy and like all that, my mental health is like my number one, and because like I really want to be the best version of myself, because I know that when I'm the best version of myself, I'm going to be the best version for anyone around me. And oh my God, sorry. that really touched my heart. But I'm so grateful to have this journey, you know, where I'm at. I think there was a point in my life where, like, I did not see this, you know. I don't think I could have seen myself, like, not. Because when I tell you guys I'm wholeless, I'm fucking wholeless. And, like, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm so okay with that. And there was a time where, like, I genuinely, like, valued, or I thought that was value. Like, I thought, like, I really cared about all that validation shit. Now I don't. I don't care about all that. Like, I don't. And it's shout out to, like, you know, learning how to love myself, you know. But that's shout out to my therapist. You know, she always talks about, like, it's always me. But, like, honestly, my therapist has created such a safe space for me that, like, has allowed me to really go within. And I'm so grateful for her. And she's going to be so proud of me for recording this video. And, but, I think, so if anyone out there is struggling today after an abusive relationship, please don't be hard on yourself, because, like, I get you, girl, like, or I get you, whoever, you know, I truly get it. Like, it's definitely hard to, like, after you endure, like, a type of trauma, it's actually so hard to really know how to be gentle. Do I think I'm gonna be kind of toxic at the beginning? Yes, because, like, sorry, I know it's gonna be weird for me. Like, it's gonna be like a gentle love. Oh my god, it's gonna be weird because I've never experienced that. Like, I'm so used to, like, someone yelling out my ear or, like, telling me, like, all these crazy stuff. But I know my next relationship isn't gonna be like that, and I'm gonna feel like it's weird, and I'm gonna be, like, the crazy one. But I know that, like, I would like to think I'm not, but I know it's gonna trigger me because I'm gonna feel some type of way. But I know with more understanding, and I feel like the more I work right now, I feel like I'm gonna know what's triggering and what's going on when the moment arises, you know. But so I don't want anyone to feel alone, because I genuinely sometimes feel like I'm crazy and I'm alone. But no, because this is what works for me, and I'm allowed to work because it's been working for me for a minute, you know. I love going out and, like, you know what? I can talk to whoever I want because, baby, estas manos están solteras. No hay nada que me está amarrando. Hell nah. But, like, ay, no, eso digo ya cuando tengo pareja. Ahora sí, estoy amarrada, nada de nada. But I hope you guys, I didn't even finish doing my makeup. I just had to do mascara, but I'll check in with you guys when I'm done doing my mascara and everything and setting. But that's all, you guys. I'll show you guys the finished look ya al último, because I guess your girl can literally not multitask and fucking hablar, you know, type shit. But ya lo voy a check in. Bye, you guys. Así, ya estoy lista, ya la mascara ya está hecho. I got my gloss. But thanks again, you guys, for checking in and getting ready with me while I chit-chat about dating after an abusive relationship. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!